Hello everyone. hello. So yes, I'm back for another 10-15 minutes at the most, and then I will log off. Hello. Hi Monetize. Hi everybody. Hello. Thanks for joining. So you guys can start, if you have any questions, start typing them. And I hope you can hear me, because I don't know, somebody said audio please. I don't, maybe it was from her end. So I hope you guys can hear me, because it's very important that you can hear me. Yes, Youngpreneur CEO, tell me what your first name is. I always call you Youngpreneur, and I know you join all my lives, but I don't know your name. Well, I knew your name, but I've forgotten. Youngpreneur CEO, what's your name, please? Tina Okafor, how are you? Tina, I'm still waiting for you to sign on for my coaching. I'm waiting for you to sign up for my coaching. I can't wait for us to work together. I know it's going to be really good. Hi, Distinctly Virginia. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So do you guys have any questions? If you don't have any questions, I can go through the points I said one by one, but I really came back on this live because a couple of you wanted me to come back, and I want to make sure that I address all your questions. And again, I'll have both of these on my replay. So I'm the real Angie says, Tina, hi, how are you? So I'm the real Angie says, when people say they're tired of their career after like 15 years, could be that it's not their gift. It could be, yeah, honestly. It's part of what I was saying before. If you're tired of your career after 15 years, it could be many reasons. It could be that it's your gift, but you're just bored of it. You're tired of it. Like, I loved being a pediatrician. I still love being a pediatrician, but it got boring to me because I don't like sticking with just one boring thing. I like, new projects here. Once I get a project to a point where I'm like satisfied with it, like, oh, it's doing well, it's monetizing, it's changing lives. I have, accomplished staff that are taking care of it. For me, then what's the next project? That's how I am. I just like, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm like my parents. My parents had lots of businesses going on, and they handled all of them really well. So it's just my nature. I'm more of an entrepreneur than somebody who's just going to keep doing the same thing over and over. I like managing a team. I like embarking on projects. I like helping people. So I'm the real Angie. I hope that answered your question. If somebody is tired of their career after 15 years, it doesn't mean that wasn't their gift. It could have been that it's one of their gifts, but they're just getting a little bit bored, and it's getting monotonous, and there's nothing refreshing or exciting about it. And that's the point, that maybe you should start creating other income streams, or you should maybe start exploring your passions and still monetize your passions, or start exploring your hobbies and monetizing your hobbies. And you'll see that I talk about monetization a lot, because sometimes as women, we just give out all our gifts and talents for free, not knowing that we can monetize them. And we're in an age now, in this digital space now, that so much is much easier to monetize. It's so much easier now to create online businesses and monetize them, because the world is such a small place. I mean, I have coaching clients in Nigeria, I have coaching clients in London, so it's like the world is a small place now. We have Zoom, we have Instagram Live. You can communicate with people in all corners of the world and really share your gifts and monetize them. And then Monetize, let me see. So it means one can be tired of their God-given talent. Absolutely. Oh, and it doesn't mean that you're tired of it. It doesn't mean that it was, okay, you can be tired of it, but it could be time to explore another gift. That's an excellent question. So it could just be the nudge in your spirit that is telling you that it's time to explore your other gifts. Like, I'm a perfect example. I went to medical school, I became a doctor, I chose pediatrics because I loved helping kids. I had practiced pediatrics for a long time, but because I had that genetic DNA entrepreneurial spirit within me, I decided to start my own practice. I started my own practice. I built it to a stage where it was successful. It was bringing in 7 figures. And then I kind of got bored of it. I'm like, okay, what's next? And then that's when God revealed my writing gift to me. So I got tired of seeing patients all the time, but it didn't mean that that's not one of my gifts. I believe that one of my gifts is to be a healer, and I used my healing gifts first in my pediatric career. So then it was time to go on to my other gifts and still use that as my healing gift. So absolutely. And I believe that's a way of God telling us, Iyabo, it's time. Okay, you've done well with this pediatric practice. There are people managing it well for you. You are the good manager overall seeing it. It's time to go and explore your writing and blogging and speaking and empowering and coaching skills. It's time. Okay? I'm the real Angie. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, God may make you tired of it because He wants to wake you up and say, there's more work to be done. There's more gifts I gave you. You haven't opened them up. They're still under your bed. They've been wrapped up nicely with a bow on the top. It is time to explore them. Okay? I think I answered that question for you. Okay, I am Robin says, I feel so hopeless sometimes. I work, I earn good money, but I can't say I'm happy. Yeah, many people are in that situation, but I still haven't found that thing that I want to do that would truly make me happy. So you need to hire me as your coach. That is my specialty. That is what all the women who are on here, who are my coaching clients, they can start typing now and tell you that that's what brought them to me. Because they're all already accomplished women. They earn good money. Some of them already earn 7 figures, high 6 figures, low 6 figures. They're lawyers, accountants, doctors of pharmacy. They're registered nurses. They're good. They have really good professions, but something was still missing. So they invested in their own happiness and their joy. Because remember what I said in my first live, until you can find your purpose, until you can start using your God-given gifts and your God-given assignments, that's the only time you'll be able to have sustained joy, peace, happiness. So if you can't find a way and you're stuck, you need to invest in yourself and hire me as your business and lifestyle coach, and I'll help you figure it out. You can go and read all the testimonials on my Instagram, on my website, on my LinkedIn testimonial page, and you will see why I'm getting so many coaching clients, because that's just a gift that I have. I have the gift of being able to talk to women and extract that gift that they've been carrying around or hiding under their bed, which is tied with a nice pink bow, beautifully tied, but they haven't opened it up. I help them open it up, and that starts to bring them purpose, clarity, and sustained joy. Okay? How did I overcome my divorce? Briefly, the grace of God. Actually, the grace of God and the help of my parents. Yeah, basically, I mean that, honestly, that's about it. The grace of God, prayers. My mom and dad were my rock. I know they're in heaven now, resting peacefully with God. But my parents really supported me. They really were just there for me. And also because I had a purpose going on. I had my practice, which I had established then. And that just gave me focus and purpose. And I just focused on my work, on my business at the advice of my dad. And my dad was my dad was the one that told me, Iyabo, this marriage is bringing you too much unhappiness. It's time to file for divorce. Let it go and restart your life. There's not many parents that say that to their kids, but my dad said that to me, and I still thank him every single day for that decision. I was actually going to just sell my practice and move to the other states my ex moved with and get a 100K job. And my dad said, Iyabo, you are not doing that. This practice you've been working on for so long, you're going to stay here. You're not moving to another state. You're going to move on with your life and you're going to focus on this practice that you created and it's going to do well. You're staying here. You're not moving with anybody. So I thank God for my dad, because it's not many parents that give such good advice to their kids. A lot of parents tell their kids to endure. And you know, a lot of people just stay in bad marriages for a long time because their parents are telling them, you're a woman, you have to endure. You just stay there and pray for your husband. Please, guys, don't pray for any husband that is making you miserable. If your husband is cheating on you, please don't waste your prayers. I'm sorry. I hear this and I see posts about this all the time on Instagram, like, pray for your husband. Your husband is cheating on you and beating you up and you're praying for him. There's a problem somewhere. I'm sorry. Pray for yourself. Pray for yourself for God to give you the courage to leave that marriage and restart your life. Stop praying for husbands that are mistreating you. Okay? I'm sorry. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question. I don't remember who asked that question, but it was the grace of God that helped me. And then number two, my mom and my dad were my support system, and they just were my rock. And my dad was behind me, beside me all the time, giving me the courage and giving me advice on how to handle my money affairs, how to handle my peace. And my mom was getting, you know how women are. She was emotional and just crying all the time. But my dad was my focus point. He gave me strategic advice that helped me without getting emotional. So I hope that answered your question. I'm going to take two more questions, then I'm going to sign off. Who is this? Bamster says, I think it's time to tap into the anointing of success. Yes, Bamster, the anointing of success. I hope you meant for your own life, right? Make sure, yes, it's time to tap into your gifts and talents. And if you need a supportive, passionate coach to help you, you need to hire me as your coach in 2021. Key to your clarity says, how can I break free from my perfectionism when it comes to putting out content? I'm laughing because I've gotten that question from so many people. If you've watched all my reels, you probably saw one reel that I posted a few months ago about when I was saying, stop overthinking your social media content. Just post it. The thing about social media content is if you're a perfectionist and you're overthinking your content, you'll end up not posting anything. Just let the perfectionism go. Be vulnerable. Be authentic and just post it. If your mind is telling you to post it, just put it out there. It's never going to be perfect. And as your coach, that's also what I'm there for. I'm a coach that actually is also very, very good at branding. And that's another thing, guys. When you're hiring a business coach, make sure they're solid with branding. Because if you want an online presence and you want really good, a really excellent online brand, personal brand, you need to go to somebody that knows about branding. All right. Unless you want to hire a coach, then go and hire a social media branding expert. But somebody who's an online business coach must be very good with branding. And that's what I offer my clients who've been working with me for a while. And you probably know that, Keandra, that those are things I'll help you with. So after the first several posts, I'll look at them and I'll tell you what you can tweak but please when it comes to social media content, you have to drop perfectionism, because otherwise you won't be able to post anything, or you post it and delete. I know people who do that. They post it and then they look at it for a few hours, then it's gone. Don't get into that. Yeah. So let me see. I think I answered all the questions. I'm looking up here. When you said don't work at something you don't enjoy, that spoke to me. Yeah. That's a waste of time, Motives. Don't do something that you're not enjoying, because life is too short. What's the point of dragging yourself out of bed, hating your job, hating what you do, and you're just doing it from day to day to day to day, and you don't pivot like Americans say? I know I say that all the time, but at some point you have to start looking for your God-given gift so you can actually start doing something you enjoy. Please, and if you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's not going to be successful. So why waste your time? If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're just gonna you're gonna use the minimal effort. You're gonna drag yourself to do it. You won't have any motivation to do it really, really well, to scale it, to make it really excellent. So it's just a way, or it's a time wasting time. Can you have somebody asked, can you have a speaking gift and not be a good storyteller? I don't think so. I don't think so. Those two things go together. Yeah, you cannot, it's because if you have a speaking gift or you're not a good storyteller, then what are you talking about? Because, for you to be a good speaker, you have to have stories and things to talk about. So no, it's impossible. It's not possible, because having a speaking gift means you're a good storyteller. That's what it means. If you're a good public speaker, it means you're a good storyteller. Yeah. So I hope Oyinda Mola, there's questions up here that I missed. Oyinda Mola, if you're still on here, please wave. I should have, gone. Oyinda Mola says, do you think that all passions can be turned into sustainable businesses? Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. And if you have a specific one you want to ask me about, ask me and I'll tell you how you can turn it into a sustainable business. All passions, all with capital ALL, can be turned into sustainable businesses. Some may not make as much money as others, but absolutely yes. And you can, again, ask me about one that you're not sure how you can turn it into a sustainable business, and I'll tell you how. Okay, I want to make sure that all the questions that were typed, I answer them before I log off. Okay, I'm the real Angie. Oyinda Mola, let me see. Naturalista, I'm the real Angie. Okay, I think I answered all your questions. I talked about my divorce. How can I break free from perfectionism? Okay. The role of parents can't be left out. Oh yeah, in divorce, absolutely. I think Dr. Iyabo and T5 and 6. I don't know what that means. Auntie, okay, last question I'm going to take. Siteu is still calling me auntie. That makes me feel so old. I cook very well. I'm always posting about my meals on Snapchat and Instagram, but my best friend said I need to monetize and to build a following with TikTok to do that. Do you think this will be good? Absolutely. If you're a good cook, you can definitely do well in the online business space. I don't know much about TikTok, but I know that a lot of people build really huge followings on TikTok. Yes, so absolutely use TikTok to build up your following. Use Instagram to also post all your cooking meals, to do your speaking videos, all of that good stuff. Get a really good business coach to help you, because otherwise your business won't do well. If you don't have really good business strategy, you're just going to build a mediocre brand and a mediocre business. So make sure that you invest in hiring a good business coach like myself to help you develop a very, very good presence in the online space so that you can really monetize your gifts really well. But yes, your friend is right. You can use TikTok to build your following. You can also build your following on Instagram if you know the right things to do. And absolutely, I think that will be good. You can monetize your cooking gifts. Absolutely. Sometimes we have gifts that are hidden because it has not been harnessed. Yes. How on earth do you manage everything? You're a superwoman. I delegate, Monetize. Everybody calls me a superwoman. I'm actually not a superwoman. I'm just like you and everybody else. But I use my time wisely and I delegate. I don't do everything. So women try to do everything, then they're burnt out and they age and they look old. I don't do everything. Actually, I have a lot of time that I'm just laying on my sofa, scrolling on Instagram and replying my comments and, replying my comments on YouTube. You just have to manage your time well, okay? You have to delegate. You have to hire people to help you manage parts of your life, okay? Monetize, you want me to do a video on what? Can you type the topic? Because I've talked about a lot of things. You said, can I do a video on that? Do a video on what? Because I'm actually getting ready to record many YouTube videos this week. So please type that YouTube topic you're asking. You said, can you please make a YouTube video on that? I've talked about many things. Please tell me what you mean. Tina Okafor, wow, exactly my thought for that question. You can't be a good speaker without being a good storyteller. Absolutely, because being a good speaker means you know how to tell stories, because if you can't tell stories, then there's nothing to speak about. Yes, Tina. Okay, where are we? Fashion lover, how to get out of fear. Why are we afraid of failure? Refined Jones, do you know why you're afraid of failure? Because you care too much about what people think of you. That's what it is. That's what it is. And who is this asking if I'll marry you? I'm happily married. Thank you very much. I will remove you from my life because I'm happily married. Whoever that was, some sheikh, something. People are so rude. Will you marry me? And he's like half my age. Yes, so you're a fashion lover, but you're scared of what? Of honing into your fashion designing skills. It's because people are afraid of failure because they care too much about people's opinions. That's it. There's no other reason why we're afraid of failure. You're scared about what your family will think of you, scared about what your friends will say, worried about other people's look. People are going to talk whether you do well or whether you don't do well, so you better do what makes you happy. That is the reason why people are scared of failure, because they are scared of people's opinions, okay? Monetize, how about you do everything all together? I remember now you made a video on it. Oh yeah, well, this is going to be on my YouTube. I'm going to have both of these videos. The replay is going to be on my YouTube in a couple hours, so you guys can go and watch it. Yeah, if you can't, why can't you delegate? You should be able to delegate. People say they can't afford delegating. Absolutely, you can afford it. There are many things that you buy that are material things that you can cut out of your expenses and pay for delegating. So you have to delegate and you have to manage your time properly. You can't be a jack of all trades. You have to work with a team and hire people to help you manage parts of your life. That is how you're going to be able to do it all. Okay? Yeah, Oyindamola, yes, fear of failure is tied to people pleasing. And I hope that I answered your question, Oyindamola, that absolutely you can monetize all your passions and turn them into sustainable businesses. Absolutely. Okay, guys, you know I love you guys very much. You know that I'll be back on live. Next Sunday is my tea time with Dr. Iyabo, with the chairman of Public, Sergio Cordova. He's a really experienced person when it comes to Bitcoin. I don't know anything about Bitcoin, so I really want to learn from him, and I want you guys to learn. Maybe it's a way that we can monetize and build wealth, right? So don't miss my tea time next weekend on Sunday with Sergio Cordova. We'll be discussing Bitcoin. I love you all very much. If you want to watch these videos again, please make sure you go to my YouTube now and subscribe, Dr. Iyabo Webzo, and I'll be releasing a lot more videos, 2 to 3 videos every week that will be able to help you elevate in life. God bless you all, and don't forget to use your gifts to live out your purpose. That's the only way you can have sustained peace, love, joy, and happiness in your lives. And remember to hire me as your business coach so I can help you with all of what we talked about today. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye, Tina. Bye-bye.